History remembers the great wars, the ones etched in marble, taught in schools, and filmed in Hollywood. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Iraq. But what about the wars that vanished between the pages? The quiet conflicts that shaped nations, shifted borders, and still echo through the headlines of today, even if we no longer see their names. These are the forgotten wars of America's past, and whether we know it or not, they continue to define the world we live in. Let's start with a war most Americans have never heard of, the Philippine-American War. At the turn of the 20th century, the United States, fresh from victory in the Spanish-American War, turned its gaze toward the Pacific and the Philippines. What followed was brutal. Hundreds of thousands of civilians killed, villages burned, and a nation forced under a new colonial rule. It was America's first overseas war and its first major act of empire. Today, the scars still remain. Military bases, political alliances, and economic dependencies that trace directly back to that forgotten occupation. Modern foreign policy in Southeast Asia still carries the shadow of that beginning. Then came Latin America, the invisible battlefield of the 20th century. Cuba, Nicaragua, Chile, Panama. While the world focused on the Cold War between superpowers, America fought a quieter war in the shadows. Coups, interventions, and economic domination. The goal wasn't territory, it was influence. And the cost was democracy itself. Many of the migration crises, the political unrest, and the economic instability we see today in Central and South America are the echoes of those secret wars. Wars waged not with armies, but with money, propaganda, and power. And then there are the conflicts fought not on foreign soil, but within. The war on drugs, the war on terror, the endless wars declared against invisible enemies that reshaped civil liberties, expanded surveillance, and redefined what freedom means in the 21st century. Forgotten conflicts don't die, they transform. They slip into policy, into prejudice, into systems that outlive their original battles. They become part of the air we breathe. Take, for example, the Korean War, often called the Forgotten War. It ended without peace, and yet 70 years later, it still divides families, still fuels military tension, still shapes American defense spending and foreign relations. Every missile launched, every negotiation stalled. They're all ghosts of a war that never truly ended. These forgotten wars remind us of something uncomfortable, that history doesn't just repeat itself because we forget. It repeats because we choose not to remember. When a conflict is hidden from memory, its lessons are never learned, and the same mistakes are born again under new names. The invisible wars of yesterday explain the broken alliances of today. They shape trade deals, fuel distrust, and decide who is seen as friend or foe. The world map might look different, but the patterns are the same. And maybe that's the real tragedy. We spend billions building monuments to the wars we want to remember, but none for the wars we need to remember. Because in the silence of forgotten conflicts lies the blueprint of the present. The reason oil prices rise, the reason alliances fracture, the reason refugees flee homes built on broken promises,